Hello darlings and welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm sharing with you guys 10 niche fragrances for life. So without further ado, let's get straight on with the video. So the first fragrance I'm going to share with you guys is Gran Balo by Zerschoff. This fragrance was launched in 2013 and is classified as a floral fruity gourmand. This fragrance, it takes the inspiration from the 18th century and it's a really beautiful fragrance. The notes are honeysuckle, caramel, gardenia, which is one of my favorite floral notes, vanilla, jasmine, and amber. This fragrance is really amazing because it's sweet, it's soft, it's nice floral, but it's not too sweet. It definitely gives a younger approach, and I think this is really amazing for someone who's on the younger side or just someone who really loves their floral, fruity fragrances. I think the caramel note is one that I really do get, but it's not necessarily a gourmand fragrance. It's a balanced gourmand, I would say. Some people would compare this to Viva La Juicy from Juicy de Couture, and I do understand the aspect. This is like Viva La Juicy's older sister. It's more sophisticated and it's a bit different in the way that it's more appropriate for many different occasions, and the gardenia and the jasmine really play well in this fragrance, and I think it's an absolutely stunning, beautiful, very beautiful, sweet, caramelly, warm fragrance. But it also has this youthful, girly, flirty side to it. So the next fragrance I have here is Benevolence by the Hatha Ciage. This was launched in 2012 and is classified as an amber vanilla fragrance. The top notes are star anise, bitter almond, and bergamot. The middle notes are orange blossom, lavender, and jasmine, and the base notes are sugar, Madagascar vanilla, and musk. I really adore this fragrance because it's suitable for the autumn in my opinion, and I really like it. It has a really nice, warm, comforting smell to it, and I honestly, this is my favorite fragrance for the autumn season because it's just so amazing. It's sweet, it is warm, it's sophisticated, and you really do get the bitter almond, which gives it a really nice depth to it, and the lavender is ever so slightly there, and the vanilla and the musk and also the orange blossom are really prominent, especially the orange blossom, because it really gives it a really nice edge to it, especially the star anise as well, which is a really nice spice. And I really like this fragrance. It's exquisite, it's sweet, it has a little bit of white floral to it, citrus and almond, and I honestly really recommend this fragrance for someone who likes a sweet, warm, sophisticated perfume, because it's not a gourmand, it's just really well-rounded and balanced. Here we have Oud Bouquet by Maison Lancome. This fragrance is so amazing. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, which is honestly saying a lot. This fragrance was launched in 2016 and it's classified as an amber woody fragrance. This is the 2016 interpretation. There is a 2014 one, which is the original one, but here I just have the 2016 version. The notes on this fragrance are agar wood, which is oud, praline, rose, vanilla, guaiac wood, and some cobalt balm. So this fragrance is honestly, you have to wear it to the right occasion. It's beast mode, it's in your face, it's there. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted, and it's definitely, you either love it or you hate it. So if you want to dip your toe in the oud perfume pool, then this is not one to start off with. You definitely have to be a trained fragrance nose in a way to enjoy this fragrance. So the oud can come off as offensive for some people because it is a very strong, potent fragrance note. So this fragrance, and what I get when I first spray it, is a really strong oud rose situation. And then the longer it lasts on my skin, the sweeter it gets, the more delicious it gets. It's honestly the dry down. You just have to wait for the dry down. I particularly love the dry down because it's when the sweeter notes pull in, and when you first wear it, it is a bit much. I do have to admit that, but you just need to let it dry and just mellow out in your skin, and then you just get this amazing fragrance that's just so addicting. It's beautiful, and it's dark, it's sweet. It's just, honestly, you just have to try this fragrance. If you love woody, oudy fragrances, you will absolutely adore this. It's a smooth fragrance. It's just well balanced, and it's definitely jammy from the rose. The rose in here is a gourmand type of rose, and it's definitely woody, and it's potent, and it's almost nutty. It's heavy, and I really absolutely adore this fragrance. This fragrance is Metallique by Tom Ford. This fragrance was launched in 2019, and it's classified as a floral aldehyde fragrance. The top notes are aldehydes, pink pepper, and bergamot. The middle notes are heliotrope, hawthorn, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are vanilla, amberette, which is also known as musk mallow, which is honestly such a great note, and perfume balsam and sandalwood. So this fragrance is a very aldehydic, straightforward fragrance. And if you don't know how aldehydes smell like, it's a really soapy, fresh smell, almost reminiscent of laundry and fresh air. So it's definitely not one to blind buy. You definitely have to try this fragrance before you buy it, because it's so unique, and it's definitely not like anything you've ever smelled. So what I get in this fragrance is this beautiful, out of this world, unique fragrance. I do get the aldehydes, which it is a soapy fragrance in my opinion. We do get a lot of vanilla notes, powdery, sweet in a way, but the more it dries down, the more sweeter it gets in my opinion. And this is just a super strange, unique fragrance. I really do like this fragrance, and it almost has a metallic smell to it, hence the name Metallique. The heart of the scent is basically just a really nice lily of the valley, which I think I get the powderiness from. Heliotrope also tributes to the powderiness, and then the base is just all musk and all sandalwood and lots and lots of vanilla. I really do enjoy this fragrance, but it's definitely for someone who's particular, and it's not for everyone. It's really incredible, and it's just a fragrance that I can't really put my finger on. It's just a fragrance that's so different. So if you definitely want to smell different than the crowd, then you definitely should try Tom Ford Metallique. Here we have Delina Exclusive from Perfumes de Marly. You guys probably already know the original fragrance, which is Delina Perfumes de Marly. This is the flanker, which is Delina Exclusive. This fragrance was launched in 2018 and it's classified as an amber floral fragrance. So the top notes are lychee, pear, and bergamot. The middle notes are turquoise rose, agar wood, which is also known as oud, and incense. And the base notes are vanilla, amber, and woody notes. So this fragrance is ever so slightly different from the original Delina. This fragrance is more softer and sweet and warm, which I absolutely honestly adore. There's no need to have two Delina and Delina Exclusive in your collection because they are so similar. This fragrance has an additional note of oud and incense and some amber, but honestly it's just a really small difference. This fragrance is so sweet. It's just an amazing feminine fragrance. The bottle speaks for itself, and it's just so warm, and it's such a feminine fragrance. The oud in this is very soft. I would even call this an oud fragrance because you barely can smell it. You just smell this warm depth. The roundness from this fragrance is honestly so nice. You can wear this at any occasion. It's definitely good for a signature scent, and it's definitely a powdery rose, and you get the more vanilla as it dries down, as most fragrances are, and it has a slight spiciness, probably from the incense. So I honestly love this fragrance. Delina exclusive by the House of Perfumes de Marly. Here we have my ultimate vanilla fragrance of all time. It's Kle Vanilla 28. This fragrance was launched in 2018 and is classified as an amber vanilla fragrance. The top notes are vanilla orchid and jasmine. The middle notes are brown sugar and tonka bean, and the base notes are amber, musk, amberwood, and patchouli. This fragrance, honestly, when you hear the name Vanilla 28, you think it would be a vanilla, straightforward, plain, simple, generic vanilla fragrance. But no, this fragrance has changed my life. It's groundbreaking. It smells absolutely delicious. It's more, way more than just a vanilla fragrance. I feel like there's some depth to this. It's a really nice gourmand fragrance. It has this really nice vanilla note to it that is a vanilla that I've never quite smelt before, which I think is why I really like it. This is amazing to be layered with, but also you can wear it alone. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite fragrances. This whole list of niche fragrances have a few of my favorite fragrances because I honestly love most of these fragrances. It's a beautiful, sweet fragrance, and it has maybe a smokiness to it. It's a true vanilla fragrance, and it's honestly worth the hype. This fragrance is really good to warm with other fragrances, like I said, which I think it makes the use out of it 10 times better, and it's also on the more affordable side of the niche fragrance brand. Next, here we have Love by Killian. This fragrance was launched in 2007 and it's classified as an amber fragrance. The top notes are neroli, bergamot, pink pepper, and coriander. The middle notes are orange blossom, jasmine, honeysuckle, rose, and iris, and the base notes are sugar, caramel, vanilla, musk, and civet. This fragrance grew its popularity because it was allegedly worn by Rihanna, and everyone loved her, so everyone wanted to smell just like her, and this fragrance honestly is amazing. It's so unique in the way that it smells like powdery marshmallows mixed with powdery orange blossom, and it's definitely woody as well. I get a lot of powdery marshmallow note in this fragrance mixed with a little bit of orange blossom, and the civet is very it makes this fragrance unique. And if you don't know what civet is, it's basically, it smells musky, amber, and it's animalic. A very famous fragrance that had civet in it is Chanel No. 5. But this fragrance has it, and it took it to a very sweet modern take, and it's honestly really amazing. You get this nice syrupy, powdery orange blossom scent, and I honestly really love it. Here we have Love by Killian. Next, here we have Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francisca Jean. This fragrance was launched in 2019 and it's classified as an amber vanilla fragrance. The notes are vanilla, amber, musk, woodsy notes, June berries, nutmeg, and coriander. I adore this fragrance. The opening notes are just gorgeous, and it's indescribable even. I fell in love with this fragrance because it's so warm and it's so vanilla-y, and it gets a bit of a unique touch with the coriander and the nutmeg, and the dry down is powdery and musky. I really like this. It has good projection, and it smells like a really nice, restful, relaxing, luxurious experience in a way. It's definitely comforting, this fragrance. It reminds me of a nice warm hug. I honestly really do like this fragrance. It has a lot of vanilla, and it's very sophisticated, and the nutmeg makes it a little bit spicy, but really balanced. It's definitely a creamy, cozy fragrance. Next, we have Chinatown by Bond No. 9. This fragrance was launched in 2005 and it's classified as amber floral fragrance. The top notes are peach blossom and bergamot. The middle notes are tuberose, gardenia, peony, which is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful floral note, and orange blossom. The base notes are cardamom, vanilla, sandalwood, guaiac wood, patchouli, and Virginia cedar. This fragrance is honestly so unique, but you definitely do have to love the cardamom in this fragrance because it is so prominent. It's really nice, complex fragrance, and it's good for all seasons and day and night. This fragrance is definitely a compliment getter, and it's definitely different from all your other normal fragrances. It doesn't smell perfumey, it's not a floral, it's not a musk, it's not dark or light, it's just something in between. It's a perfect perfume to wear if you want to stand out, and it's definitely something you've never smelled before. It has a really, really nice balance of florals and spiciness and sweet notes, and it smells beautiful. It definitely is good for cooler weather though, and it's a really creamy floral fragrance. It's not typical, like I said, but it definitely leads towards your gourmand realm, but it's definitely not a gourmand. It's somewhere in between. And the sandalwood and the spices are really present to my nose, and it's really, really strong. You definitely don't need a lot of spritz on these fragrance. And I do get tuberose, so I get a really nice creamy tuberose on this fragrance. I really, really like this fragrance. And finally, for our last fragrance, we have the infamous Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Ciage. This is probably one of the most popular fragrances of the decade. It was launched in 2015 and it's classified as an amber floral fragrance. The top notes are saffron, which is honestly one of the best smelling spices of all time. It has some jasmine also on the top notes, and in the middle notes we have amberwood and ambergris, which is really, really amazing note, which is also found in Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, and Glossier You. And the base notes are fir resin and cedar. This fragrance is so very popular. Some people might steer away from this fragrance because it is so popular, but it's just an amazing fragrance and you have to accept it. It's sweet. It's almost of a sparkling amber fragrance. Amber is really prominent and you definitely get an aromatic feel to it. It's so unique. It's woody, it's ambery, it's warm, spicy, and it's just honestly indescribable. There have been so-called dupes for this fragrance, such as Ariana Grande, Cloud, Beverly Her, tons and tons of dupes, but nothing beats the original Maison Ciage Baccarat Rouge. Yes, they are similar, but this is honestly, it's a groundbreaking fragrance. If only not so many people wear this, because if half of the world didn't know about it, it would honestly be my go-to fragrance every day. But this fragrance, it does have something about it that when you spray it, you get used to the scent. It has to do with the complex compound of the fragrance, but you get used to the scent and it's kind of almost nose blind to you, but to others it's definitely really projecting amazingly. But this fragrance is honestly, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it smells great, honestly, it's just an amazing fragrance. You get this sweet, unique smell to it, and it definitely is really a compliment getter. It has so many people like it. It's just your most loved fragrance. I can't see why anyone wouldn't like this fragrance, and it's really, really nice. It's definitely, you don't need too many sprays. It's good for all year round, and honestly, it's just an amazing fragrance. And that's it for my 10 niche fragrances. Hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely comment down below what other videos you would like to see. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.